Welcome to Insights Live. I'm Rebecca Selby, and right now I am joined by Noel Goggin, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Epicor Retail. How are you doing, Noel?
Very good.
How are you enjoying your first visit to Insights?
It's fantastic. It's really fantastic. You get to meet a lot of our customers and many of our prospects. And we've had 77% increase year over year on attendance this year. So it's been really a big buzz in the retail section of the conference.
That is fantastic. How are the retailers responding to it? Have you gotten any feedback?
There's been a lot of dialogue. We've had 75% of the sessions have been customer led. So it's less about us talking to our customers. It's actually more about our customers talking to each other and sharing best practices and what they're doing and how they're changing their business. So it's really been really well received.
So I assume there's a lot of idea sharing right now. Among them, can you tell me what the key factors driving business transformation in retail might be?
Yeah, at a macro level, the big thing that's driving every retailer right now is how do they support an omni-channel shopper? Somebody is buying online, picking up in the store, buying in the store, ship to home. There's a variety of different permutations, all centered in the omni-channel area. And to support that, there's a number of key drivers that are critical to that. One is the whole use of mobility. One is the whole use of e-commerce. One is the whole use of CRM. How do I actually have more knowledge and more intimate relationships with our customers that is more one-on-one based, more personalized based, as opposed to more broadcast based.
Right.
So that's a key driver is retailers trying to figure out to maximize the dollars from their customer base in an all-channel or in an omni-channel world.
And that's a hot topic. Another hot topic is the use of mobility. So how are savvy retailers using mobility differently today than maybe they were in the past?
Yeah, there's kind of two sides of mobility. There's the side of mobility that's very kind of consumer-oriented, where consumers are walking into stores, they're able to do mobile commerce, they're able to get personalized promotions on a mobile device. They're able to get tremendous amounts of information about the products, so they're very educated going into stores, so that's kind of one dimension. The second dimension is really how are retailers using mobility to enable their associates in the stores to do a lot more customer-assisted selling.
Right.
So we've had a number of awards actually which we've handed out for people like Under Armour, where they have actually dramatically increased their revenue by having an engagement process on a mobile tablet, on an iPad, that's resulted in them actually increasing their sales by 11% on every transaction on mobile versus a traditional register. So it's been quite innovative and a huge increase in the revenues for every sale that they've done on a mobile platform.
That's fantastic. So how can retailers lead the charge when it comes to customer experience? You mentioned having mobility right there for them to interface with customers. Is there anything else?
There's a number of other things that customers can do. Part of it is understanding the life cycle of the relationship they have with the customers, whether it is online, just browsing, researching, creating a wish list. How do I integrate that data into the store experience so when you walk into the store, I know more about you. I can create a whole different kind of way to engage you. That's relevant to you. That's not, kind of very broadcast, very general in nature. I would point to one retailer that's doing this really well is Pier 1 Imports. Pier 1 launched a program called One Pier 1, where they've really integrated in the omni-channel experience through a whole different engagement model with their consumers. So their omni-channel customer today spends 4 times more than their in-store shopper or their online shopper.
Wow.
So the people who shop online and in the store spends 4 times more revenue or more spend with them than either the in-store shopper or the online shopper has in past lives. So that's a huge change for them in terms of changing the experience.
And I assume that as other retailers see them doing that, they'll be doing the same
There's
thing.
a lot of people trying to follow the Pier 1 model right now. That's
Following
absolutely
suit.
true.
Well, now I have a question for you about cloud or retail as a service. How is that a game changer for retailers?
Retailers, today what retailers are under a tremendous amount of pressure to transform their business model, to be able to compete with an Amazon, to be able to compete with other players in their space. And one of the critical vehicles to doing that is to be able to deploy applications faster to their business users. One of the critical ways of doing that is with cloud.
Okay.
And we've had a number of customers, like somebody like a True Religion, who is going to deploy an entire enterprise application from merchandising to POS to CRM in the cloud in 200 days. And that's a whole business transformation in 200 days, which is unheard of for the industry and would not be doable, really candidly, without being in the cloud. So the cloud is a vehicle now to accelerate time to value for retailers.
So how else is Epicor supporting retailers as they try and grow and expand into new methods?
So there's a number of things. One is making our products very flexible in how we deploy. You can deploy in the cloud, you can deploy out of the cloud, you can deploy some products in the cloud, some products out of the cloud, providing just a much faster footprint or much faster way to get products implemented so they can start using them quicker. And really having a whole different engagement around business process redesign, business transformation, and business best practices and how they actually navigate through an omni-channel transformation.
You know what? Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. As always, you had very valuable insight to share.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
Good. If you have any questions about the things we've talked about today, please visit epicor.com.